Hello, Nigeria. Welcome to Newsline. I am Becky Maduchimu. We have amazing reports this week, and I am tempted to spill everything in one breath, but that is not possible. There is a seafood market in Lagos that draws large patronage from far and near. All edible animals found in the river are on the shelf. The traders are keen on walking us through their aquatic business. There is another line of work that recently caught our fancy. It is a method by which a group of dressmakers whip up designs within a few hours right in presence of the client. Get ready to be shocked at how they work seamlessly and briskly. I must hint about a feature on multiple births. One woman has been to the labor ward a few times, and we can say nature has been very generous to her. Mind you, there is no way you will sit still watching that one. The events are also lined up, very entertaining, all of them. As always on the program, the news first. Joy Osiago, happy Sunday. Take it away.
Happy Sunday, Becky, and a very good evening to you out there. Members of the Katsina Senior Citizens Forum have assured President Muhammadu Buhari of their firm resolve to stand by him in the challenging task of meeting genuine national aspirations for sustainable unity, stability and prosperity of the country. This was during a solidarity visit to the president at his residence in Daura. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo reports.
This is the first formal meeting between President Muhammadu Buhari and the Katsina State Senior Citizens Forum. The group led by Governor Aminu Bello Masari comprised traditional rulers, legal icons, political leaders, members of the business community, retired senior military and police officers, as well as other representatives of those that matter in the home of hospitality. For about 2 hours, frank discussions were held behind closed doors on the journey so far under the Buhari presidency and the best way forward. Leader of the forum and Governor of Katsina State, Aminu Bello Masari, described the meeting as fruitful.
I here, first of all, to condole Mr. President over the loss of his relations, and also to show solidarity and full support of his administration and the way he's carrying on. And also to assure the President that the senior citizens of Katsina, those of them who have served the federal, in the military, and the police, they will use all their connections to garner more support for the President and pray for the success of his administration. Also to respond to some of the issues raised by Chief Olusegun Obasanjo.
This interaction with Mr. President is very useful to the nation as a whole, because Mr. President's resolve to unite this country is not questionable, and we are solidly behind him.
President Muhammadu Buhari also received a similar sympathy and solidarity visit by the Emir of Maradun in Zamfara State, Alhaji Garba Muhammad Tambari, who commended the Nigerian leader for his selflessness in service to the nation and humanity.
Anybody who is this country good, who is this country well, want Mr. President to continue after 2019. So we wish him to continue by the grace of God.
President Muhammadu Buhari, who is on a private visit to Daura, is yet to make any pronouncement on whether or not he will seek the renewal of his mandate in 2019. From Daura in Katsina State, Adamu Sambu, NTA News.
The federal government of Nigeria has expressed its commitment to offer opportunities to young entrepreneurs to grow small and medium-scale businesses and industries across the country. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo stated this in Lokoja while inaugurating the medium and small-scale business training. Solomon Ayedehin reports.
Vice President Yemi Osinbajo was in Lokoja, the Kogi State capital, to inaugurate the medium and large-scale business training program geared towards promoting young entrepreneurs under the social investment program of the federal government. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo hinted that President Muhammadu Buhari's administration has so far expended close to 500 billion naira on the program, with thousands of Kogi youths benefiting.
The reason why we set up the MSME clinics, why we set up social investment, the social investment program, is because we care about the young people, we care about the traders, we care about the market women, We care about the widows. We care about the physically challenged. We care about all of those who have been ignored in the past. We don't need to know anybody to benefit from any of the programs that President Buhari has established through his government.
While urging the young entrepreneurs to make good use of the opportunity offered by the training, the Vice President assured of the determination of the federal government to ease registration process of their businesses. Kogi State Governor Alhaji Aya Bello lauded the efforts of the federal government on youth empowerment, promising his administration's commitment to complement the effort of Buhari's administration. In Lokoja, Solomon Ayedehi, NTA News.
In the meantime, the federal government has sent a delegation to condole the people of Zurmi Emirate of Zamfara State over the killing of over 30 people in Birani village. Minister of Defense Mansur Muhammad Dan Ali, on behalf of President Muhammad Buhari, delivered the message when he visited the area. Mansur Muhammad Dan Ali prayed to Allah to grant the deceased eternal rest and their families the fortitude to bear the loss. He urged the people to cooperate with security agencies to uncover the perpetrators of the act. In his bid to boost troop morale, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai, accompanied by some principal officers of Army headquarters and commanders, Saturday visited location in the northeast with emphasis on Sambisa Forest. The Army Chief's first port of call was Bita, where he was received by the Commander, Section 1, Operation Lafia Doli, Major General I.M. Yusuf, and Commander 26 Task Force, Brigadier General I.M. Obot. The Chief of Army Staff was briefed on the performance of the command, especially on Operation Deep Punch 11 and clearance of Boko Haram terrorists out of their various strongholds in Sambisa Forest. The Chief of Army Staff commended the officers and urged them to sustain the momentum. He also interacted with the troops along with elements of Cameroonian Defense Force in the area. The Army Chief observed that with the approval of $1 million by the National Economic Council, the military will be more resistant and ambush protected. Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohammed has reaffirmed the federal government's determination to ensure that the tourism industry is developed to generate substantial revenue to support the nation's economic development base as obtainable in other parts of the world. The minister stated this while addressing newsmen shortly after signing the 2018 hosting agreement for the UNWTO African Commission meeting scheduled for Abuja. Anthony Forson reports.
Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohammed said Nigeria's hosting of the United Nations World Tourism Organization CAF Mission for Africa meeting wouldn't have come at a better time than now, when the country's economic base is at an all-time high. He said it is pertinent to note that the creative industry has a huge role to play in the revenue-earning base for a sustainable growth in Nigeria. United Nations World Tourism Organization's Secretary General Zurab Polishkavili told the minister that his organization looks forward to the CAF meeting with high hopes. The 61st UNWTO CAF Commission for African Ministers of Tourism is scheduled to hold in Abuja, the nation's capital city, in June. In Madrid, Spain, Anthony Forson, NTA News.
And ahead of the World Congress of the International Press Institute, IPI, scheduled for Nigeria in June, the director of the world body, Barbara Triumfi, will visit the country on Wednesday. According to a statement issued by the spokesman for the forthcoming Nigerian Congress, Eric Osage, this year's IPI World Congress will have hundreds of journalists from across the world in attendance. They will be discussing numerous challenges faced by journalists. ECOWAS parliamentarians have been challenged to redouble effort in promoting socio-economic unity and beneficial interaction among the people of the region. Joseph Orok reports that the Speaker of Senegal's National Assembly, Mustafa Naisi, challenged the parliamentarians while declaring open the 2018 first extraordinary session in Dakar.
After an intense discussions on the issues and challenges of free movements of persons and goods, as well as the issue of migration, the Parliament converged for its extraordinary session. The Speaker said for West African countries to develop, it is imperative that goods and services are produced and consumed within the region. By so doing, he said, poverty will be eliminated while the youths will be gainfully employed.
In spite of the artificial divisions that have been created geographically, but Africa has continued to stand on its feet to really take the bull by the horns to tackle its challenges.
Speaker of ECOWAS Parliament, Mustafa Sissilo, who expressed appreciation to the Senegalese government for hosting the parliament, restated the resolve of the parliamentarians to continually pursue the actualization of the region's protocol and treaties for the socio-economic integration and growth of the region.
Illustrations of our commitment to play our part in the issues that are facing the community and the desire to work for integration.
The session moves further to consider and adopt the reports of its ad hoc committees, as well as swear in new members of the parliament from Liberia and Sierra Leone. In Dakar, Senegal, Joseph Orok, NTA News.
And for a bit on the polity, Nigerians have been enjoined to support the ongoing revolution of the nation's economy by the All Progressives Congress administration under the leadership of President Muhammadu Buhari. National Chairman of APC, Chief John Odige Oyegun, stated this in Lokoja while addressing APC supporters at a mega rally in support of President Muhammadu Buhari in Kogi State. Correspondent Solomon Ayedehin has the details.
Third APC mega rally. The political gathering was organized by the leadership of the party in Kogi State to drum support for President Muhammadu Buhari and Governor Yahaya Bello ahead of future elections in the country. The rally also provided a platform for the acceptance of some defectors led by the former Okene local government chairman and PDP chieftain Alhaji Yahaya Karaku and his team to All Progressive Congress. Receiving the defectors, the national chairman of APC, Chief John Odige Oyegun, described President Muhammadu Buhari as God sent to heal the wounds of the nation. The APC national chairman enjoined the people not to listen to rumors, but to remain steadfast in their support for the president. Governor Yahaya Bello, who described Kogi as APC state, reaffirmed the commitment of his administration to deliver the party in future elections, assuring that the party is open to more defectors. There were goodwill messages from some critical stakeholders of the party urging President Muhammadu Buhari to contest for a second term in office. The national chairman of APC had earlier commissioned the party's new secretariat near Ganaja Junction in Lokoja. Solomon Ayedehi, NTA News.
President Muhammadu Buhari has congratulated the Oshile of Ukeona of Egbaland, Oba Adedapo Adewale Tejo-Osho, on his 80th birthday. A statement signed by the special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Femi Adesina, says President Buhari joins the government and people of Ogun State in celebrating the grace, wisdom, strength, and courage that has translated into many years of laudable achievements before and after he ascended his father's throne. The president commends Oba Tejo-Osho's strong sense of patriotism and believes his repertoire of wisdom, many years of experience in handling multicultural issues, will be most useful in the current drive to reposition the country for greater glory. Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari has joined members of the National Assembly and all Plateau State indigents in felicitating with Senator Jeremiah Useni on his 75th birthday. A statement signed by the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, says the President congratulates the family of Senator Useni and commends his sacrifice and selfless service in ensuring Nigeria return to democracy, as well as willingness to participate in the electoral process. As he turns 75, President Buhari praised Almighty God to grant Senator Useni longer life, more strength and wisdom to continue serving the country he loves so much. President Muhammadu Buhari has commended the Catholic Church for its penchant for educational growth and support for peace and stability of the country. This was delivered in an address by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, to the first plenary of Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria, which held at St. Gabriel Catholic Chaplaincy in Abuja. Lydia Odije Ochi was there.
Which has as its theme entrepreneurship awareness, what the church can do, witnessed a large turnout of notable Nigerians and bishops from across Nigeria, Liberia and Kenya. Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, urged the Catholic bishops to continue in ensuring justice, peace and social progress in the land.
The church in Nigeria commands a large followership, and we must leverage on the advantage by encouraging our teeming congregations to follow in the apostles' footsteps.
Outgoing president of the Catholic bishops and other participants urged government to support genuine faith-based initiatives to improve standard of life for Nigerians.
Investments should not only be purely for profit, but should also have positive social impact on the poor and vulnerable groups.
The plenary assembly, which opens now, is taking place at the beginning of the holy season of Lent.
It's a duty for all of us to worship God with everything He has given us.
The return of the Catholic Secretariat to the Christian Association of Nigeria after a 5-year absence was announced by CAN President Reverend Samson Ayokunle. Highlight of the event was the formal opening of the Catholic Secretariat Resource Center. In Abuja, Lydia Odije Ochi, for NTA News.
The Federal Road Safety Corps says the debut of its nationwide traffic radio in the first quarter of the year will not only strengthen its sensitization, enlightenment and education drive, but also sustain the decisiveness and improvement on current achievements in road safety management. Corps Marshal Boboye Oyeyemi made this known at the Interdenominational Church service to mark 30 years anniversary of the Corps' existence. Olajide Bello has details.
The Catholic Church of Assumption in Asokoro played host to officers and men of the Federal Road Safety Commission to give thanks to God for his sustenance and upliftment over the years. Recounting with nostalgia the journey so far and God's guidance and assistance, the Corps Marshal Boboye Oyeyemi lauded the contributions of President Buhari's administration towards tackling some major challenges with a view to repositioning the Corps for effective traffic management and control.
One of the major challenges initially was logistics, but I think we must give kudos to this present government. The government has improved on our logistics requirements and personnel. I think the next decade, Nigerians will witness an improved road safety management.
And in Abeokuta, Nigerians, irrespective of status and class, were reminded on the need to see safety on the road as a collective responsibility.
I just want to enjoin all our people to continue to abide by the rules and regulations of plying our roads.
The Corps was commended for ensuring safety on the nation's highways and promised of Ogun State government support through its infrastructure development drive. Olajide Bello, NTA News.
And talking sports now, Nigeria Boxing Federation releases names of boxers for the Commonwealth Games as Nigeria Rowing, Canoe and Sailing Federation ends open time trials ahead of 2018 championships in Algiers and Spain. Adiola Mokive has the details on Sports Update.
Nigeria Rowing, Canoe and Sailing Federation is leaving no stone unturned in ensuring that her athletes excel at the Africa Youth Championship in Algiers and the Junior Olympic qualifiers in Barcelona come April 2018. With the newly acquired Ego rowing machine, the Federation is introducing para-athletes to the sport as well as help improve the timing of her athletes during competition.
Indoor rowing is another part of our sport, and it's something that they don't need to come into the water.
No fewer than 200 athletes from 30 countries in Africa are expected to participate in the 2018 Cadet and Junior Africa Fencing Championship to be hosted in Lagos, Nigeria from the 1st to 5th of March. President of the Federation, Samuel Adeyinka, says all international standards and regulations will be adhered to. He said 20 officials will be brought in to officiate in the 5-day event. He expressed optimism that a 12-man team Nigeria will do well at the championship, which is a ranking event for the 2018 World Championship in Verona, Italy, and also criteria to qualify for the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo, Japan.
Yeah, I would say our athletes are very prepared, and this is why we've been able to boldly say that we're looking at 4 medals.
Skaters who represented Nigeria in Lome, Togo at the recently concluded Africa Skating Championship have been honored and rewarded by the Federation in Lagos. 5 skaters won 7 medals. President of the Roller Sports Federation of Nigeria, Joseph Eva, is hopeful that the skaters will represent the country at the world stage if given the necessary support and backing.
The youth is the major vehicle that will make Nigeria great. So we don't want our youth to be idle. All those that are talented, we are bound to see how we encourage them.
The list of boxers to represent Nigeria at the Commonwealth Games have finally been released by the Nigerian Boxing Federation Technical Committee.
We gathered all the scores and we now find who had the best score.
The selected boxers will be given opportunity to test their might against some Ghanaian boxers in the coming week. With Sports Update, Adeola Omokive, NTA News.
And now a quick look at the weather prospect for Monday.
Moisture influx appears to be more predominant over the country, reaching up to about 10 degrees north, giving rise to increased cloudiness around the central states down to the south. And on to the forecast for Monday. The extreme northern parts of the country are expected to be in dust haze conditions with poorer visibility over the eastern flank, while we anticipate the central cities down to the southern states to be mostly cloudy to partly cloudy in the morning, with chances of light activities around Ijebu and Ikeja axis. Progressing into the day, places around Niger, Nasarawa, Ilorin, and the high grounds of the FCT may likely experience isolated thunderstorms. And moving down south, the western half of the coast and its inland, including some parts of Port Harcourt and Calabar axis, may likely experience afternoon thunderstorms. Up next is our temperature details. Thank you for watching.
And it's time now for our first break. Newsline continues with Becky after these messages. Stay with us.
Get an unfair advantage that puts you in front of everyone else. Be the first to have an immersive movie experience. 1,000 Naira equals 2 gigabytes. That's 30 hours of video content. With the power to broadcast yourself, the world is your stage. 2,500 Naira equals 7.2 gigabytes that lets you upload 120 hours of dance video. Get the unfair advantage, powered by Glow Data Unmatched. Also enjoy free YouTube and iFlix. Dial *777#.
The largest data network, Glow, grandmasters of data.
A beautiful life and a great future is possible
Stand with Standards Organization of Nigeria. Avoid substandard products, electrical appliances with damaging effects, tires without DOT number, stuffed and rusty edges. They can cause accidents. 12.5 kg LPG cylinders used as camp gas is a disaster waiting to happen. Substandard cables can cause inferno. Other substandard products to avoid include batteries, electrical bulbs, iron rods, pressing iron, brake pads. They will only endanger our today and future. Join hands with SON in ridding our country of substandard products. Don't buy or sell substandard products. See something, say something. Call these numbers. Standards Organization of Nigeria. Improving life through standards.
Do you want to attend a world-class university? One with a conducive environment for learning. A university that is fully residential for students and lecturers. State-of-the-art facilities. Reformatory academic programs for the 21st century. A university where excellence is rewarded. Afe Babalola University, the fastest growing educational institution in Africa.
Breaking news. MTN gives 2,000% bonus for reactivating your MTN SIM.
That's right. If you haven't used your MTN SIM for 45 days or more, recharge now and get 2,000% bonus. That's right, 2,000% bonus for your first recharge of every month.
We want to buy Indomie noodles. So fast, please.
Yo.
This is not my Indomie. Please, sir, if it's not Indomie, don't call it Indomie.
Sir, the taste is the difference. The difference is in the taste. That's why my brothers, my mommy, my daddy, and I all enjoy our delicious, so very delicious Indomie noodles. The difference is the taste.
Thanks for staying on the line. One of the towns that make up Lagos State is Ekpe. Now in Ekpe is a unique and flourishing market where only fish and a variety of seafoods are sold. This market is unique because fishermen at the break of dawn go straight into the deep blue sea, return hours later to ready buyers who are traders with loads of fresh fish. Newsline spotted this market and dispatched Mohammed Abdulkadri to go explore. Here's the story of Ekpe Fish Market.
Findings reveal that fishing is central to the livelihood and food security of over 200 million people, especially in the developing countries of the world, including Nigeria. This can be narrowed down to the experience and story of the people of Ekpe in Ekpe local government area of Lagos State. The ancient riverine community is notably blessed with abundant fish resource and great fishermen. A defining moment on a typical day in the life of fishermen in Ekpe is to sail to the sea and for the dragnet to bring forth bumper harvest of fish such as this.
Truly, we are just using black net we put the black net inside water, and as we are drawing it, the fish is coming out with the black net.
No wonder the economic strength of the people of the area lies in the fish business as their major occupation, with a flourishing daily fish market known as the Chief's Market.
This market is the best market for fishing. In Lagos State is #1.
A whole day in the popular fish market in Ekpe shows that it is populated by traders.
This is the one only company we have in Ekpe.
They like our fish for here. Our fish here is freshwater fish.
Dignity in labor was on display with clear-cut division of labor right there at the fish market. For instance, where the duty of the fishermen end at the river banks, the responsibility of wholesale marketers and retailers begin for onward buying and selling to customers drawn from within and outside the states.
They are coming from China. So many people have to come and buy it and take it away. But the environment is not okay.
If 1 out of 5 people on the planet, according to finance, depends on fish for its or a primary source of protein, it can be imagined what the fishing business is doing in the life of the people of Ekpe. No doubt, business booms at the fish market. Everyone appears to be involved regardless of age, gender, and religion. The volume of trade is enormous, with hundreds of thousands of naira exchanging hands on daily basis.
We are buying it and we are selling it. We are making money and it's fine.
However, it has not been an easy jolly ride for some fish traders who lament poor capital and decaying infrastructure to expanding their business.
We not see money trade, true to God, not be lying.
No doubt the Ekpe fish market stands out as the destination of choice for people who desire fresh fish in exportable quantity and quality.
The joy of the women presupposes that they are making money, and the uniqueness of the Ekpe fish market is that the men fish and the women sell. It's also great that the catch are very affordable. Now, from the fish market in Ekpe, we stretch the line to Sokoto, from where Malami Dongo Dachi brings us this report on one of the very popular and notable figures in ancient Nigerian history. After over 2 centuries, this figure is still as popular now as it was then. His tomb has remained a fascinating attraction to people who come from within and outside Nigeria to pray at the site. Here is the reports on the relics of the tomb of Shehu Usman bin Fodio, as narrated by Malami.
Hubar is the last resting place of Shehu Usman bin Fodio, followed by a roll call of his lieutenants, students, and descendants.
And you know there's another Hubar in Wurno, there's another one in Gwandu, where Sheikh Abdullahi is. The one in Wurno, that's where the Sultan Muhammad Bello and about 7 or 8 sultans are, and the rest are here in Sokoto.
The tomb site used to be quarters for Bini Fodid family, where he also founded a school. People in the immediate neighborhood regularly visit the tomb and pray to the deceased. And occasionally, visitors also come from distant states of Adama, Bauchi, and Borno, and from the neighboring West African states.
So the emergence of this triumvirate, met the attention of Muslims in West Africa toward Sokoto.
Most popular acts of visit take place during the 1st, 5th, and 8th months of the lunar calendar. On arrival, visitors lodge at a dedicated guest house known as Gidambaki, and as their numbers soar, residents in the neighborhood volunteer to host them out of sheer hospitality. Visitation starts early enough to allow visitors pray, perform numerous acts of charity, and embark on trips to historical sites and relics linked to the struggle of Sheikh Usman bin Fodio, such as Godu, Dagel, Gondu, and Wurno.
Indeed, it is also being prepared by the National Commission of Museums and Monuments to be one of the 100 most important places in Nigeria.
It is an acceptable religious tradition to pay visit on graveyards, which has been the practice as taught by Sheikh Usman bin Fodio himself. But some practices by visitors at the tomb are said by scholars to be out of context.
What the visitors need to do when they come, they should have clean mind, they should be disciplined and pray according to the tenets of the law.
However, visit to the Hubbari opens an opportunity to build acquaintances with a large section of people and cultures, share knowledge and ideas, and connect to the true teachings of Sheikh Usman bin Fodio. Sheikh Usman bin Fodio was born in the year 1758 in the urban city of Gobir that was at the time full of mystic religious practices, social injustice and ignorance. And he lived his life to turn things around and establish a caliphate that was founded upon those values such as brotherhood, social justice, and scholarship.
Yes, the values of brotherhood, if imbibed, will make us better people. From Sokoto, we head to Dutse in Jigawa State. It is Abdullahi Garuba Benin Kudu who, on special assignment, entered in his diary his findings on emirates in northern Nigeria. He observed that some fascinating issues which he will relay in this report. Over to you, Abdullahi.
A typical day of the first-class emir of Dutse in Jigawa State starts with routine assembly of ward, village and district heads to pay homage, witness turbaning of new title holders, settlement of disputes and mobilization towards attainment of government policies and programs. Indeed, the palace is where leaders are groomed to manage people under the emirate.
Muhammad Musa. Abdullahi Hassan.
But the interesting part of these emirs in northern part of Nigeria is that they also have their other side of life. For instance, you may be surprised to see the emir of Dutse out of the royal regalia without the usual paraphernalia of an emir. The 73-years-old emir has a 120 hectares farmland which he visits on daily basis for about 10 kilometers walk to keep fit, supervises farming activity, enjoy natural habitat, and interestingly play golf. You may call it leadership by example. Divided into three parts, the farm has 60 hectares for royal golf course, 30 for all year-round farming, and 30 hectares reserved for nature.
I have a lot of interest in the environment, and so I feel this is my contribution to my environment. A couple of monkeys, about 200 or so monkeys. We have tom gazelles, about maybe 50 or so. We have springboks, we have camels, we have got other ostriches.
As an empowerment strategy, the displaced villagers around the farm have been engaged in the farming activity and above all coached in the game of golf to the extent of winning prizes at national competitions. Dutse Emirate is one of the 5 emirates in Jigawa State with historical artifacts being preserved in the Palace Museum to the delight of tourists and other visitors.
And from history, we move up to modern-day reality. It is common knowledge that in the recent past, the unpopular Boko Haram insurgents devastated communities in the northeast of Nigeria. This resulted in the emergence of internally displaced persons who sought refuge in other parts of the country. However, we all know that the notorious group has been degraded. Now our story is starting here. As part of its corporate social responsibility, the Nigerian Television Authority, as its headquarters in Abuja, organized a special get-together on Valentine's Day for those internally displaced persons who sought refuge in the Federal Capital Territory and are yet to return to their base. How did it go? Adebola Brookslyn Sunday will tell us about it.
From the 4 self-established camps of Durumi, Waru, Dogongada, and Kuchigoro, the IDPs converged on the NTA headquarters arena in high spirits. Wife of Nasarawa State Governor Mero Almakura, who is the mother of the day, supported by other mothers, joined the children on the dance floor and the spirits of the moment.
And I hope you
people are reading very well. Because one day you'll be a governor, one day you'll be a governor's wife like I am, one day you'll be a president by the grace of God.
Caregivers took turns to bear their minds, especially on how the present administration has been able to restore peace in the northeast region of the country.
They need psychosocial support. All they require from our community is hope and a sustainable future.
Cancer Foundation have decided to provide free formal education for them.
It was a long list of philanthropic Nigerians who responded to the call by NTA to make the day memorable for the IDPs.
We thank the management and staff of NTA that have invited us.
You could see the children dancing and expressing happiness.
Pray that with this kind of gesture, also their plight will very soon come to a pleasant settlement.
Our Excellency is happy with the platform that NTA is creating for Nigerians to reach out to these children.
General Manager NTA International, Abdurrahman Ibn Muhammad, made a presentation of 300,000 naira cash to each camp leader. In addition to their gift, said,
really help to ameliorate the plight of these people, especially the kids.
We've just done one of our social responsibilities.
Knowing how important health care service delivery is, one of the supporters, Dunes Foundation, ran several checks on the children and their parents.
We're here for a medical mission. We brought a lot of drugs.
This is the first time NTA is organizing a special Valentine's party for internally displaced persons.
Unforgettable party that was one very essence of Valentine is giving love to everyone, especially the needy. Still keeping with spreading love on Valentine's Day, the Nigerian police is best known for crime fighting and protection of lives and property. But unknown to many, there is a humanitarian side to the mandate of crime fighting. So when Imolayo Tokede came across some police officers going the extra mile to celebrate Valentine's Day with the public, she decided to share her experience with Newsline.
Falcondis believe appropriately describe the mood of motorists when they were flagged down by these police officers. With apprehension, they patiently waited for their usual demand of vehicle particulars and what they had in their boots. But were they wrong? Surprise, surprise.
Please, I'm afraid. I don't know. We've not been to this area.
You've not been to this area?
Yes.
But now that you are in this area and you are seeing police, what do you think?
I don't know what to say.
Okay, your husband and wife?
Yes.
And today is Valentine. So, with love from us, the Nigerian Police Force, and the Wow Project.
Thank you.
Unlike every other time, I've just been here and wonder what is going on. So we really want to appreciate the Nigeria Police, and we also want to thank you for this Wow Project.
The initiative was jointly executed by the Nigerian Police, Zone 2, and a non-governmental organization made up of a group of friends. They pulled resources together just to delight members of the public on Valentine's Day. I know you're wondering why this group decided to work with the police on a project like this.
We go to the streets, we show love to the children, the elderly, market women, and mostly the needy. Also trying to change negative perception that the community has about certain groups in the community. So we have so many groups. I'm a nurse, so we have people say nurses are wicked. We have people say police take bribe. So we decided to start with the police. It builds good bond with the community. It also tells the police that, if I show love to people, they actually appreciate me, so I could be nicer.
Who better to lead this gesture than the Zonal Police Public Relations Officer, Zone 2 Command, Dolapo Badmus.
The reason why we are partnering with the VAL project is to reach out to members of the public and to give them gifts on a day like this. We continue to give to the members of the public in our service to them, and also in the token we can use to reach out to them.
So police are your friends?
Yes, exactly. They're doing a great job, bro. I love it.
The police is our friend indeed, and as you just saw, in need as well. Thanks for staying on the line. The next segment is a package of goodies. You'll get to see how some organizations made people very happy, the celebration of someone's multiple bundles of joy and more. For that to happen, let's take a break.
On behalf of the entire members of the National Union of Road Transport Workers, I, Alhaji Najib Osman Yassin, the National President and also the Deputy President of the Nigeria Labour Congress, congratulate the FRSC for the 30 years anniversary. It's been years of commitment, effort, and results on the road. I wish you better years ahead. Congratulations, Federal Road Safety Corps of Nigeria.
There's such a thing as irresistible taste.
And you'll discover it in every pack of Chi Exotic. When you feel the need to just relax, get lost in the taste.
The taste of celebration.
So, indulge and get lost in the taste of the Chi Exotic range of delicious fruit blends.
Oh, I love the taste.
Chi Exotic Nectar. I love the taste.
During an emergency, people tend to run away from the scene of danger. My job requires that I do the exact opposite, to save people. There was once a sweet girl who was in a car accident. It was sad to see pain on a face which should always be smiling. The ordeal had taken a toll on me, but I had no time for pain. A couple of weeks later, I was about to head home when I had an unexpected visitor. It was her birthday, and she had insisted to her mother that she would bring a piece of cake for the man who helped save her life. The world needs people who save lives.
We want to taste it, we want to creamy, we want to nourish it. Oh, well, Cowbell evaporated milk, nourishing my body.
You love yummy, deliciously creamy, with all the goodness of Vitarich. That's how we've made the new Cowbell Evaporated Milk. Cowbell Evaporated Milk. Evaporated just for you.
Sensitivity is a short pain which occurs when teeth are exposed to hot, cold, or acidic things. Cold water from the fridge would trigger off sensitivity. A lot of people would accept anyway and just grin and bear the pain. What I would say to the patient is switch to Sensodyne, make it your daily toothpaste. Over a period of time would reduce tooth sensitivity. And a lot of them come back to thank me, to say that, wow, it's just something so simple. It adds the sparkle back into their life.
Welcome back. The National Institute of Marketing of Nigeria, NIMN, is the latest organization to acknowledge the service and contributions of the Director General, the Nigerian Television Authority, Yakubu Ibn Mohammed. This was in Abuja as the Institute's annual conference dinner, where the Director General was honored. How? Musa Abubakar was Newsline's eyes and ears and is set to relay the highlights.
This is just the right atmosphere for these public and private marketing executives after a busy afternoon charting a new course for marketing in the country. For the fact that these executives pledged to market Nigeria, the president of National Institute of Marketing of Nigeria believes that it is a reason to celebrate.
The essence of what we said today is that marketing Nigeria is a joint responsibility. Not just of government, but also of us Nigerians. Because it is what we do, the way we carry ourselves, and also remember what Alibaba said, sometimes we demarket our country.
Individuals who made significant contribution to the society and willing to do more were awarded with Fellowship of the Institute. Amongst the honorary Fellows of the Institute is the Director General of the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, Executive Director, Director, and Deputy Director Marketing, also made Fellows of the Institute.
That all hands must have to be on deck to make sure that
we bring out the best out of this country, and we make sure that we project the good performance of this country to the outside also.
Marketing our country must be based on very solid, concrete shared values. It must reflect our continuous effort to improve on the lives of our people.
I believe that this calls for more commitment, more contributions in terms of ideas.
With the pedigree of these fellows, the Market Nigeria initiative is expected to go a long way in repositioning the country's image and economy.
Congratulations to our Director General. The honor is well deserved. MTN is still basking in the euphoria of what it did for as many Nigerians as possible across the country in the Yuletide season. It made them so happy in what the company calls MTN's season of surprises. Take a look.
Season of surprises.
It's our season of surprises, and as you know, everybody here will get something today.
Don't worry about that money. You see, go better for now.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Well, I've been in this camp 3 years. We are just managing. We are very, very happy for this MT and what he has done for us. We enjoy it.
We are happy. Extremely happy. MTN is right.
MTN everywhere you go.
Buy anything you want to buy.
It's a very big surprise.
If you don't get MTN, hide your face.
It's a surprise that no individual will imagine that a company will come and pay for the fare of almost everybody in the train station.
Thank you. We're grateful. MTN, we thank you.
Season of surprises. We're here at Chibowu Chisco Park, and we just paid for the bus fares for everybody that's in this bus.
surprised to have an MTN bag.
Amazing surprises there. Let's proceed. While most Nigerians were busy having fun and exchanging gifts on Valentine's Day, Fidelity Bank PLC, the bank that keeps its word, was busy sharing love and making its customers richer. This was during the fourth draws of the bank's promo series, Get Alerts in Millions Reloaded. Emel Dori, who witnessed that event, compiled this report.
I don't know.
You don't know?
Maybe I don't believe.
You don't believe us, eh?
I said there is this calm everywhere, so I don't want
I understand that completely. Yes, you should say wow.
Voices of some of the lucky winners in the ongoing Get Alert in Millions promo Reloaded. At this special edition, a total of 18 million naira cash was distributed. Some of the latest millionaires include a farmer, Iyala Rex, fresh university graduate, Olumide Emmanuel, and a student of food technology at the University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, Morenike Aziz. They won cash prizes of 1 million and 2 million naira respectively. Two other customers also won 3 million naira each in the bi-monthly category. For management of Fidelity Bank PLC, there was no better way to express love to its customers on Valentine's Day.
The way you show love is when you also give. So this is a time that we're saying thank you to our customers. We're giving to them on Valentine's Day.
You saw all the winnings. Farmers, students, businessmen, cut across all segments of the market, right? You know, and people are quite happy. Some did not even believe. We directed them to go to our branch to further confirm, you know, the wins.
We have 42 million naira remaining to give. If you do not have any account with Fidelity, open the account and then build it up to 20,000 naira, a savings account, then you are eligible for the draw.
Both old and new customers can save their way to mega millions by saving with the bank that keeps its word to be part of the goodies.
Congratulations to the lucky winners. Moving on, it was a mixture of feelings when a mother of 4 beautiful girls who was praying and expecting a boy discovered she had 3 boys and a girl in her tummy. Though shocking but exciting, it's good news for the family of Honorable Olusegun Odebomi, Chairman, House Committee on Information, National Orientation and Ethics and Values, who welcomed the latest quadruplets in Abuja. Bamso Damian Dati reports.
What is the dancing and jubilation about, one may ask? Well, it is a celebration of one of those unusual but very unique and special kinds of birth that are called once in a blue moon. Enoch, Peter, Elizabeth and David are the latest quadruplets in Abuja, coming barely 1 year after the celebrated Abuja Queens of 2017. Today is their first day in church and dedication as well, an event worth celebrating because all the mother wanted and prayed for was a boy, but instead got 3 boys and an additional girl.
And just want a boy, just a boy, just a boy. And God of Peter and Kelly gave me 3 boys and 1 girl.
Oluwatoyin and Olusegun Odebumi, who have been married for 18 years now already, have 4 beautiful girls with a history of multiple conceptions and births which never lasted.
We have quadruplets, 3 boys, 1 girl. After that, twins. Yeah, the twins I lost one. I lost one out of the twin, another twin again. So this is not the first time of having multiple pregnancy.
The very day of delivery, we were expecting 2 boys, 2 girls. Until when they came and said it's 3 boys, 1 girl. To the Almighty God for the wonderful things He has done in our family. I so appreciate God.
Newsline wanted to know if the conception was assisted.
It goes beyond the knowledge of the medical doctors, the way God.
The event attracted dignitaries from the Senate, House of Representatives, and top government functionaries who could not hide their joy and excitement.
And I'm happy for him. It's a lesson to all of us that whatever the hardship you face in life, please repose your confidence in Almighty God.
God's house is the house of miracles, and whatever God can give, once you expect that it starts from the house.
Would the Odebumis like to have more children?
No, I'm done. 8 children is okay. I'm good. All 4 girls are on ground already, so making haste. Mother of 8 beautiful sons and daughters.
I plan to be the father, and I'm now a father of children. I'm now a father of children.
The odds of having 8 children, 4 of them at once, are 1 in a million. So massive congratulations on the exceptional births. The delighted parents look good for the task. Now, this is news. 83 couples who, at the start of their lives together, could not for one reason or the other solemnize their union before God, were given the opportunity to do so. This was in Akwanga, Nasarawa State. The couples took the oath of matrimony before God and man at St. Patrick's Catholic Church, Akwanga. Abigail Bashi was there. Let's see it.
The news about the unusual event definitely made an impact as it pulled a modest crowd wishing to be part of the historic ceremony. The brain behind it is Reverend Father Lawrence Soja Ayemgo.
They have been living with their wives, with their husbands all this while, but their marriage is not yet blessed. So that's how I decided to arrange after prayerful talk.
The marriage of the 83 was officially sealed before God and man with the exchange of rings. Professor Cletus Gotan says marriage is about patience and endurance. He enjoins the couples to always pray together in order to enjoy God's blessings.
It also means that in loving each other and their children more, they are loving God more. Marriage is both a means and a challenge to growth in love.
The oldest couple, Lazarus and Georgina Ofodile, say they are happy to be finally married after living together for over 30 years.
Honestly, I have never experienced this type of joy since I was born. And I wish, as it is today, I wish others to have this type of matrimonial honor.
Years I'm married. I really expressed that today will be my wedding, but the grace of God, He did it for me.
We say that may God continue to and bless all those who have solemnized today, and may He keep all of them alive through Christ our Lord.
83 hearty cheers to the couples. Congratulations to all of them. It is typical Nigerian tradition for women to tie wrapper. They tie it at home, at events, everywhere. It is simply a way of life. But these days, do Nigerian women still keep to that tradition? Find out after this time out.
Speech is not a joke. It incites genocide and crimes against humanity. Most of Africa's civil wars are caused by hate speech from one tribe against another. We don't want it here. The Nigerian government stands firm against hate speech.
I was distressed to notice that some of the comments, especially in the social media, have crossed our national red lines by daring to question our collective existence as a nation. This is a step too far.
One nation bound in freedom, peace and unity.
Nigeria, one nation, one people.
This is a public service announcement brought to you by NTA.
We want it tasty, we want it creamy, we want it nourishing. Oh, Cowbell evaporated milk, nourishing my body, tasty creamy.
You love your milk, deliciously creamy, with all the goodness of Vitarich. That's how we've made the new Cowbell evaporated milk. Cowbell evaporated milk, evaporated just for you.
ọmọ òní ní kò gbé tí wàá kàn ń jẹjẹ. o ò ní kábàámọ̀. àbùkù òní kàn ẹ́ o. ayé ò ní rí ẹ mú o. o ò ní dààmú o ò ní ṣìrìn o ò ní rí. ó yà wọnú ògo tuntun lọ ẹlẹ́dàá mi. ẹ tàmí yín kọ́. ṣé ìwọ ti rókun tó gbẹ rí. kò lè gbẹ bí. àwọn ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. ó yá fi sí spíkà. ilé ẹ̀bùn ńlá tó mú mi gbé wá fèmí. Ọlọ́run á ràn yín lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin náà lè ṣerú ẹ̀ fáwọn.
Get 10 times your recharge value to call and browse anyhow. Recharge with *220 star the pin hash to enjoy this offer available to new and existing subscribers.
Mr. Anansa, èmi ń gbàdúrà. Ìwọ ń polówó ọjà, ìwọ náà borí ẹ̀ wá kó wá gbàdúrà. Á dáa fún ẹ. Ṣé orí bó ti ń tajà fẹ́ lòmíì? Àwọn máa sìn.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Meet Paddy for celebrating the high points of life with friends. Ah, selfie. Just a friend that keeps you nourished when you are by yourself. Packed with healthy nutrition, nourishing vitamins, power of protein, strength of calcium, revitalizing energy. Hollandia yogurt is bursting with goodness inside and out. Hollandia yogurt. It's all good. Hollandia.
They've already done us proud. Nobody will ever imagine that in any Winter Olympics, there'll be Nigerians there. And then for the very first time, I'm really proud of them. And I believe strongly that that's the beginning of new things that's happening into sports. And I believe strongly that in the next 2 weeks, we should be hearing something that we'll be all proud of. They are girls, and I'm rooting for them.
Here we go, Sydney, let's go!
You are watching the Kwese Free Sports, UHF 32, for the fan.
Our Anchor Borers program has created an agricultural revolution. In September 2015, we imported 644,000 tons of rice, costing more than $5 million per day. By September 2017, rice imports dropped by 95% to 22,000 tons. Our maize crop has exceeded 10 million tons this year, and through our rice and maize program, we now have 12.2 million farmers. We are now the world's second largest producer of sorghum after the United States, third in millet after India, and we lead the world's production of yam and cassava. We've created numerous plantations solely for the export market, and our plan is to increase the agricultural sector from 25 to 49% of our GDP, thereby reducing poverty and increasing food security.
Experience, they say, is the best teacher.
They hold us from the sea. Thank God that we came back home. They should not go there because it's not good. It's a very bad place. So they just my advice.
Even now, sir, if they are shooting the boat they are going to use to go Italy, let them stop it. Our country is good. Our country is a blessed country. Now I know our country is a blessed country. I know before I for not travel from Nigeria to Libya. I know how much I spent.
Let these personal experiences serve as a lesson to all who would repeat their mistakes. A word is enough for the wise.
This is a public service announcement brought to you by NTA.
Glad to have you back. It is the beginning of a new phase of life for Akudo Akwewu and Chinedu Arodiogbo as they commence their journey to matrimony at the Holy Trinity Catholic Church in Enugu. The marriage, which had the Deputy Governor of Anambra State, Dr. Ikem Okeke, as special guest, attracted captains of industry from within and outside the country. Beauty Ehobamie reports.
There was a long list of priests led by the Catholic Bishop of Olu Diocese, His Lordship Augustine Ukwoma, who took the couple through the solemn vow to be man and wife till death do them part. The bishop in his homily handed down the nuggets to a blissful marriage to include respect for marital vows, trust in God, and above all, undiluted love. In a rare gesture of blessing, the Bishop of Olu gave the new Mr. and Mrs. Arodiogbo a gift, just as the representative of the Catholic Bishop of Enugu, His Lordship, Most Reverend Callistus Onaga, presented the couple a holy gift from Rome. They signed the marriage register and were therefore prayed for. It was a 5-star treatment for guests who walked down the red carpet to the warm hospitality of parents of the couple that hosted them to an array of assorted drinks, local and international cuisines. Music was also not in short supply. It was a rousing welcome for parents of the couple whose effort made the day a reality. And then came the moment when guests were held spellbound as the couple took regal steps into the reception venue. Chairman on the occasion, Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer, Fidelity Bank, Nnamdi Okonkwo, told the couple that marriage has no template, therefore they should draw strength from within. Parents of the couple prayed for marital bliss.
He doesn't know what to say. He's too emotional.
I know they'll look up to us and continue to love each other and be strong for each other.
And I continue to pray for them so that they will continue to love and cherish each other.
For the new Mr. and Mrs. Arodiogbo, their desire to be one heart, one soul in love and oneness has finally been realized.
Happy married life to Akudo and Chinedu. God bless your marriage. 1 month ago, we featured the refuse situation in Lagos, where refuse appeared to have overtaken the city. In that report, the state government assured residents that in the next 2 weeks, the city would be rid of the refuse. We reported the progress made to clear the refuse. 2 weeks after that, what is the situation? Khadijat Akombi reports.
NISNA had carried 2 previous reports where authorities in charge of waste management in Lagos State assured that the heaps of refuse, which have consistently littered the streets of Lagos, will soon be a thing of the past. However, heaps of refuse are still very much present on road medians, marketplaces, and strategic locations on the streets of Lagos. With the seemingly intractable problem of refuse management in Lagos State, stakeholders are urging the state government to go back to the drawing board and evolve strategies that will bring a lasting solution.
Look at how Lagos is. This is not how Lagos used to be. Understand? I could remember last 3 years. Once you pass this road, it will look as if you are outside the country.
There should be proper planning by the government, since they are also in charge of life and property. They should come up with adequate and proper planning to ensure that this is well evacuated.
Like my area, the refuse is so embarrassing. And especially the rats. If you see the rats coming out of those places, you'll be wondering that, are we still in Lagos City?
It's not good. It's cholera, diarrhea, it can cause a lot of disease.
NISNA took up the special advisor to the Lagos State Governor on Cleaner Lagos initiative on what is being done to address the situation, and he had this to say.
I told you the last time that in few days, time you're not going to see it waste any longer, right? You see, but we are still having some challenges, and those challenges now As at this morning, we've resolved everything, and the pick-up from residential houses have been scheduled. Now, we have designated or scheduled certain days for local government. So the moment the waste are picked from residential, definitely there's going to be less pressure on the media, on the highway too.
Many residents of Lagos are hopeful that this time around, a lasting solution will be found to address the situation to forestall the consequences.
The quest for a cleaner Lagos continues. We intend to keep filling you in. There is no gainsaying that tying of wrapper is traditionally Nigerian. It is traditionally African too. When, however, Mohammed Abdulkadri embarked on this report, it was with a burden in his heart. Mohammed and I believe most of you have observed over time these days this traditional aspect of Nigeria is fast eroding. Tying of wrapper is generally no longer fashionable, especially among the younger generation of Nigerian girls, many of whom say it makes them look mamaish. Anyway, Mohammed went on a fact-finding mission on the preference for other forms of attire other than the wrapper. Tell us what you found.
Tying of wrapper by women in a multi-ethnic and multicultural society like Nigeria is an age-long traditionally accepted mode of dressing. In fact, it connotes symbol of strength and unity in cultural diversity with over 250 ethnic groups in the country. For instance, the Yorubas call it Iro in local dialects. For the Hausas, it is known as Zeni, and the Igbos refer to it as Abara.
It's important because that is a traditional outside wrapper.
Nowadays, it's fading out gradually.
Tying of wrapper as a traditional attire in native African and Nigerian societies is a narrative guided by do's and don'ts to checkmate indecent dressing.
It's good to look natural and so proud of your tradition.
Our tradition is to tie wrapper. We only trouser for, we've seen a lady wear trouser. It's not our own tradition. So we borrow it, and it's abnormal. It's not right.
These days, it is observed that tying of wrapper, especially by young girls, is out of fashion, though not completely phased out. Why is it so?
I do not tie wrapper. I don't like tying wrapper. It's dangerous to put wrapper because you can remove, even without any attack, you can remove at any time by itself.
Some girls say the way you dress is the way you'll be addressed.
See a young couple tying wrapper, many people look like primitive somebody. So many people don't fancy tying wrapper anymore.
What are the men saying about the fashion trends that now confine the wrappers of their wives and daughters to the bottom of their wardrobes?
I prefer a roll to the trouser thing. Yes, it brings the beauty of my wife.
I'm a confess to you. I'm not. I give them freedom to wear what is normal.
At what point should the tying of wrapper by girls become mandatorily attractive or a matter of choice?
You use wrapper when you're attending a very serious and responsible occasion. It is also a reflection of our tradition.
Wrapper and clothes, at least people wear it on Fridays, if nothing else. So when you have such a thing, and it's also encouraged.
What is, however, certain is that tying of wrapper, either by young or old ladies, has come to stay for good, even beyond the shores of Africa, as an exported culture of dressing to the locals and foreigners. Becky, will you blame the crave and craze for the wearing of trousers, especially jeans by girls, on the dwindling preference for the tying of wrapper?
Mohammed, does my preference really matter? You don't want to know, but I would say whatever a woman's choice is, decency must be her watchword. Next up, the man in this report is no doubt an inspiration, is the kind of man people say makes things happen. Necessity forced him to think out of the box, and what people in his line of work will take 2 weeks to accomplish, he accomplishes in at least 3 hours. To say the least, he is successful. Once a job seeker, now an employer of labor. It is Annie Daniels who came across him and brought him to our doorstep.
I got to know Uchenna Otumo through a textile dealer who told me that Uchenna was a tailor who could sew my outfit in any style within a few hours. wondering how that was possible and thinking that the end result would definitely be a disaster. I took the risk. Right there, before my very eyes, Uchenna got my tire sewn and ready within 3 hours. Wow! Looking closely at what I consider magic before my very own eyes, curiosity took over. Now, Uchenna's tailoring business is a chain. His specialty is to cut the fabric in the desired style and hands over to a tailor for sewing. He has 7 tailors in his employ.
There are some people who are good in tops. There are some who are good in skate. There are some who are good in trousers. So you give each people the one they are good into. Some customers will stay with me working day and night. Even outside market here, I have other tailors. If there's excess of job, I will call them.
I sew like 15 a day sometimes. It's paying me as I'm finished sewing.
I couldn't help but wonder who his customers are and where they come from.
Most of my customers are people who made their dress here and go outside and sell for people. Most people in Onitsha, Lagos Island, they always come to pick some samples from us. Most of our samples here, they took it to China. When the thing started moving well, because that is the only one they know that people are wearing here, they will take it to China to make it mass production because we don't have all those facilities to produce it.
The period of time that I was there, several people came to pick their tires. Getting them to comment on Uchenna and what he does was Herculean.
I've not been to Yaba to make all this. I just know about Uche last week, so I decided to come today. It turned out to be nice. I spent like 2 hours. The clothes is nice, as in it's so nice, it's just what I want. Just that the environment is not conducive, the tarpaulin and other things. I think we need a better shop and a bigger one, so customers will be comfortable.
All of Uchenna's tools of trade are locally sourced.
Fabrics here in Lagos is easy to get. We get them around because there are people who are selling it already. Yeah, there are importers around inside the market are bringing them. Yeah, any size, any type, any one you want, you get it. In dozen, single, you must get it.
Presently, he has over 10 apprentices and is willing to train whoever is willing to learn.
Big ladies who are learning work from my hand, they have been my tailors before. But as time goes on, they have to open their own. They know. And even some street boys are coming to me to learn. Sometimes you see people hanging around, looking at what I'm doing. I encourage people, come and learn.
Uche has this advice to all those who waste their time looking for government jobs.
Even if only cutting only trouser or cutting only cap alone, you make money. Weaving alone is money. Instead of staying idle in the house, looking for who to help you. Nobody will help you now in Nigeria unless you help yourself.
Yes, Uchenna has said it all. Help yourself. There are 1,000,001 ways to make your own money in this country. There are no excuses. Slowly but surely, we are winding down. Another break beckons. We shall take it and come back to wrap up nicely. Stay on the line.
Nigerians. Suicide bombers are not spirits. They are not ghosts. They are human beings like you and me. They live amongst us. They are your neighbors. They are your friends today, but terrorists tomorrow. So you must know your neighbor now. Security begins with you and me. Know your neighbor. Be vigilant. Be security conscious. Report suspicious persons, objects, and movements to the police and other security agencies. The security of our nation is a duty for you and me.
If you see something, say something. Nigeria, unite against terrorism. This message is brought to you by the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture.
It's a social menace. That's why we are talking about it. Do not wear earphones and walk the streets. Fatal accidents are known to have happened as a result. But the fact is that some people, especially youths, do it anyway. Why? Annie Daniels reports.
This fight is real, not stage managed. Here is what caused the altercation.
One lady put earpiece, so conductor was trying to ask her money, you understand? So when conductor was asking her money, she didn't, asked her 1 or 2 times, so the way the conductor now tapped the girl, it embarrassed the girl, so that can lead to fracas and all that.
Listen to more.
I've been in a public transport traveling on the road, and the driver was using earpiece. I warned him that, are you sure you are here? You can't even hear us when we say, please slow down, because he's in another world. He's in another world, and a bus may want to pass you by, and you're supposed to hear the horn and give away. On 1 or 2 occasions, we almost ran into another vehicle trying to overtake him because of the earpiece. So we had to actually ask him to remove it.
In Adenija junction, that the guy was putting the 2 earphones in here, and he was walking on the road while a car and a trailer, both of them hit him together, and the guy died inside.
In order to isolate, if not totally shut out the noise from our environment, earphones come to the rescue. With technology and rampant use of mobile devices, earphones are a common sight in today's world. For the younger generation, it may be trendy to always have the electronic device tucked in their ears while taking a walk on the street or just chilling at home.
I'm a musician, and I just closed from work now, and then I'm feeling a little bit tired. So I don't want all these noises I'm hearing right here.
I'm a talking drummer, so I'm listening to some music to learn how to play drum, how to beat talking drum very well.
The rhythm of the music may be enthralling, but are they aware of its inherent dangers?
I didn't know. You can't tell me.
I know the volume is very low, I know.
The noise could impact into the eardrum, and that will, impair hearing capability or ability of anybody using it.
People often complain about the dangers posed by noise pollution coming from religious centers, vehicles, as well as the blaring sounds from music and film vendors. Some say this assorted cacophony of sounds can be blocked out with the use of earphones.
They will be able to receive a call. The representative of crowd, at least they'll be able to hear what the person was telling them on phone.
Now you know it is wrong for you to wear earphones while driving or in a public place. Worse still is that earphones are even more dangerous than external sounds because it can rupture the eardrums when shoved in too tightly. Becky, any word from your end?
I would say it's dangerous to wear earphones in public. A word is enough for the wise. And this is where we wind down tonight. As usual, it was our pleasure to host you. Thanks for being such great company. Let's do it again come Sunday next week. Stay on the line, and we'll be right here. Do well during the week. I'm being informed that after I take leave of you, Ali Baba will take the air at precisely 10:30. Is here, all right? What's good tonight, Ali?
Hello, you said? Hello?
Come on, feet. What's
Hello,
good?
You said?
Don't mind
okay,
him.
All right, okay. I can hear you now. No honking, no.
Please.
Have a wonderful week.
And from me, good night and God bless Nigeria.